With the U.S. unemployment rate now at 9.6%, you may be surprised to hear that globally, nearly a third of employers are having trouble finding workers with the skills that they need. That's according to a survey by employment services firm Manpower. Manpower Chairman and CEO Jeff Joerres is joining us now from the firm's headquarters in Milwaukee. Jeff, thanks for your time. Appreciate it.
Great to be here.
So this so-called mismatch that you talk about in some of your surveys is something economists have pointed to as well, that this is one of the primary reasons behind the unemployment rate going up, is that it's not necessarily that there aren't people out there, they're just perhaps not in the right places. How do you address this kind of a problem?
Yes, for one, it's a very sensitive topic, and it's a hard one to address because you've got so many people out of work that have great skills and are looking at their resume and saying, that resume sure looks like it matches up against what this company's wanting, but the company's not making a move. So to try to kind of make a little sense out of this, there's a couple things happening. Companies have really gotten very specific, not only on skills, but behaviors, attributes that they need in order to be successful now within that job and in a specific location. So what's happening is that there's talented people out there, but this mismatch and the ability for companies to continue to delay because the demand isn't so great that they have to grab people as quickly as they have to. They're really saying, I can wait, and it's going to be the perfect fit. And those two together are really creating a bigger problem in the marketplace right now.
And do you see that gap closing at all? I mean, I was looking at some of the numbers today. Among people with some college or two-year degrees, the unemployment rate going up 0.4 of a percentage point to 8.7%. So that seems to indicate that those folks are having a harder time than ever.
No doubt. What we're seeing is there's a bifurcation happening in the marketplace, and it's been going on for some time. It's just really accentuated right now. The skill, the right kind of skill, experience, as I said, even a mindset of being able to be intellectually curious and agile is going to get the job. And a lot of times you're seeing young African American, young male, young white male, Hispanic, those percents of unemployment are going up. They're finding that in some cases they don't have the experience and they're just not being considered for the job, which is very concerning because you get kind of atrophy in that part of the workforce, which is pretty hard to recover from.
In the meantime, Jeff, I mean, you are in a pretty good position to tell us the people who are working on a temporary basis how they're doing. I mean, what kind of salaries are temporary workers making at this point? And presumably, most of them don't have benefits health benefits, for example, that they get from their employers.
Right. Well, it's a mixed bag. I mean, in our case, we do offer health care benefits. You've got to be on an assignment for a period of time. Can't just be there for one day. And there's other firms like ours that do the same. I would say when it comes down to salary, it is somewhat of a spot market. Many people are getting increases. We're seeing our wage increase going up slightly on the billable hours. But there's another story happening, and that is people who are making the decision to come down to fill a position. That feels like a tremendous amount of wage deflation when in fact it's a readjustment of skill level. So somebody making 25 now is making 20. That position didn't go down in pay. It's that a person is going down in their ability in order to secure a job. And
we did see the numbers for temporary employment go up for the month of August after having seen them go down the prior month. Is this part of a trend where people, companies that is, don't want to spend the money for a permanent worker and they can perhaps get a temporary worker for a little less money?
No, we're definitely seeing a secular trend. And we were kind of confused as to last month's BLS data with minus 3,000 in the industry because the industry is feeling something different. I think it's more important than that. I think it's not just about I can just accept the temporary worker. There's a mindset change from a company. They don't have the HR staff to interview, to recruit. They're looking for spot market skills that may be needed here for 6 months, and then I'm going to switch to another project. All of those are really tending towards a secular improvement in our industry, and it's not just happening here in the U.S., it's globally, and we're seeing this happen strongly in Germany and Italy, France, even Japan.
Jeff, just in 10 seconds, this would seem to bode well for your profits then.
Right now we announced our second quarter earnings a while back, and we're having a good year. But you know, too much uncertainty is bad for the share price, but maybe good for our earnings. And at the end of the day, I'll take earnings over a share price.